Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elsa Cruz. Welcome back to Jak 2. We're going to be doing some interesting things, to say the least, in this part. God, I don't feel the need to tell you what happened in the last episode, because if you saw it, you already know. If you didn't, you don't need to know, because we're just doing stuff for some people that we need to help. We're going to be doing this for a good portion of this game, but we're going to be heading off to a couple other locales. So right now, we're going to head off to the pumps, and we're going to bring water back to the slums. The slums, so they can be dogs and they can be millionaires once again, just like they always wanted to be, but we're going to avoid these stupid red velvet idiots, because they suck. I mean, I didn't really get much talking about this in the last episode or whatever, but this is quite possibly one of the worst navigating systems of all time. Like, you'll notice you have to switch between both hover zones, and wow, we just killed that guy on accident. You have to go between both hover zones in order to go through, and you'll notice when you're on the bottom one, there's just a bunch of jaggedy ass, like, uneven ground, as well as enemies. The Crimson Guards don't give a shit if you go over civilians, unless you're in a certain area, which we haven't gone to yet. When you're in the slums, they don't care, but there's like 50 million of them stationed here, so it's not like it even remotely matters when we're over here in this water area. But like, and when you're in the upper air zone, when you're in the hovering zone, it's just annoying because there's just other vehicles and then tall buildings in your way, and then oh, great, that was completely on accident. I'm sorry, man, let's get out of here. Luckily, they will piss off once we get over here and go and do our mission. There we go, very nice. So yes, we got to use our car as a defense as we go through a loading screen. I don't know how many of these were in Jak 1, but here we are going through this very precariously placed loading screen. Okay, so I like these sections when we just go off into the world and we don't have to do anything concerning the city. I'll get into more reasons why I dislike the city, but here we've got a new enemy called the Metalheads, and they will drop these Metalhead gems here. You're going to want to collect these because these are going to be used as a currency of sort in order to upgrade our Dark Eco powers. If you guys remember, once we fill up our meter here with all the Dark Eco, you will be able to turn into Dark Jak for a limited amount of time. Except it doesn't really help when we're sucking right now. Our Dark Jak mode sucks right now, just to say the least. So we're going to be wanting to collect as many of these as we can, and it's not really different. You'll be coming across a lot of these guys later on. We'll be getting other weapons to help us. Right now we're going to be collecting all the precursor orbs, though, so we can attain 100% completion of Jak 2, which will always be lovely. I'm going to grab all of these precursor orbs first. Once you get out of this place, there will be 15 you'll have in your inventory total. And I'm just doing this relative to my own gameplay, because you won't necessarily need to have 15 after you leave here, because there are other places where it's optional, other places where you just won't be able to get it, period, and then there's other places where, you know, it'll just depend on your playstyle and what routes you decide to take. I know I said in the last part that I was probably going to save the side quests for last, or not for last, but I'll do them separately, but I think just for right now, I'll just be doing them as they come, because a lot of them are very irritating, and some of them we need upgraded items, to say the least, in order to actually do them to their full extent, which means that once we do them once, we might have to do them again with an upgraded item, which we'll probably be seeing in the next part. I was thinking about doing it in this one, but I don't want these to be too long of episodes. I'm not sure how long people like their videos to be, or how their episodes to want. I don't know how much time a person would dedicate to their day to me talking over a video game, sucking at it, might I add, on both fronts. If I can't even do one, why bother doing the other? Anyway, we're going to continue onwards. We have to find this very obscurely hidden valve to turn on the power, and this way we can get, you know, the love and the trust and the loving care that was wholeheartedly decided upon by Torn in order to actually come here. We are going to have to go through this place twice, which is kind of annoying. I mean, just right now, we're going to have to go through it twice in order to get all the precursor orbs, since one of them you basically have to fall off here and get it that way. But, well, that's actually two, but they're both in the same area pretty much, so don't have to worry about that. Your first upgrade that comes from getting the Metalhead jewels, those ones, I think they're gems. I don't remember. It's actually, we have to go along the cliff. It's, you need 25, and you won't be able to find 25 of them here, so you don't have to worry about collecting every single one, since there's a lot of places where we're going to be able to kind of grind for these, so don't even worry your little tushies about that. Okay, very nice. So we're almost filled up on, oh, I guess we are filled up right now. There is a very specific spot that I'm going to use this, and if you want to use it before, that's fine. It's just a place that's easiest for me to use it, since there's a bunch of enemies there, and that I like to use it. But I'm going to see if if my theory has been correct. So once you see his dark Jack face in the corner, you'll be able to press L2 to be able to use your dark Jack mode again. And like I said, I'm going to save it here in a minute because we're actually almost to the valve right now. I always just want to say lever or the button or something. Push the button. But maybe we're not as close as I previously had ascertained. It's like we're going along this huge thing. It doesn't make any sense. God damn it, stop hitting me. These guys are very easy. I'm not even going to bother trying to learn the names of these guys. This is not going to turn into another Donkey Kong country. So down here is where we're going to want to go. But if you drop down there, you won't be able to come back up here and get the valve. And once you hit the valve, you will actually be transported somewhere else. Post hitting the valve, I guess. So whatever. We'll just go ahead and kill these assholes. God, you're annoying. Jeez, did that guy just fall off the edge? Is that why he was like still alive when we got his head gem? It was like their brains. But anyway, here we've got the valve. Pretty nice.
Ah, the valve. Allow me.
Jesus.
Don't say it. Don't even chuckle. Next time, you turn the valve.
Oh, poor Daxter. Okay, so now we're back here at the very beginning, and we're gonna need to go all the way back to where I told you to jump off. So I'll just meet you there in just a moment. Okay, here we are once again, and so now we can actually... Yeah, he says that like every 5 seconds, so I'm just gonna ignore you. We're gonna head off over here. There's gonna be more metal heads here, which is alright, I guess, if you want to increase your attaché of these things, but these guys will also be a bit more problematic because they will hurt us and electrocute us, and they'll be extremely rude about it, and I will not take kindly to those kinds of behavior towards us. But down here in this kind of enclosed area, you'll notice there is actually water and a precursor orb. So remember when these things were so common, you'd see like 20 of them in a row, and then now you gotta go out of your way to look for them. So this is where you're gonna want to use your dark Jack powers. There's a bunch of these assholes over here, and yeah, stop talking to me though, because I'm trying to kill these assholes. So yeah, right now all we can do is some crazy slinging slasher action here. I think we might have lost one of them because there was like 5 of them, but maybe we picked some up along the way. I don't remember, but let's go ahead and grab that, and we should, there we go, we're running out right there. Right now we can't actually end our powers prematurely. We have to wait until the thing runs out, which is kind of irritating. So we're gonna head up here, and let's see. We have to continue on a bit. This is where if you had fallen off the rest of the stage, you would head off over there. But over here, you just fall into the water. Be careful, because like in Jak 1, if you're in the water too long, you're going to have some asshole preaching you to death about it. And, okay, there we go. God damn it, it fell off. Jesus. Alright, well, I guess we're going to end off here with 18, since that was the last one. Alright, so down here is actually where the final precursor orb in this area is. When we went to the ruined tower, there was a couple in the background I didn't make much note of. And that's because we couldn't have grabbed those yet. I probably would have, but we lack the proper time necessities in order to grab them, to say the least. Okay, let's get out of here, shall we? What are you looking at, asshole? Jeez, yeah. God, I love the punching noise in this game. So satisfying. It's like such a video game sound. Like when you punch someone, that's not the noise it makes. I don't know if any of you have ever punched someone. I think I probably have at some point. I've never gotten into like a full-out fight. It was really like this kid got like super like. I remember him like almost. It was so funny, and I don't know. It's an entire story we're gonna have to talk about one day, about my first altercation with a peer that almost was physical, but then never was. It was so funny though, but it was so bad. I probably looked very silly, to say the least, but not in like a bad way. I was like a badass silly almost. But anyway, over here we can grab this, and you'll notice that Oracle's kind of signal, that Oracle whatever over there, it's actually right over here, and this is where we'll be able to make our purchases. Just like in the first game, you trade in your precursor orbs. Here we give him our metalhead gems. We'll be good to go, as you guys will see over here, except we lack the funds for our first upgrade, darn it.
Greetings, great warrior. I sense there is a dark rage burning within you, and in time, it will destroy you with its madness. Only the last power of the precursors can save you. Destroy my enemies, those creatures you call the Metalheads. Bring me 25 of their skull gems, and I will teach you how to control these powers.
That sounds a little strange. Okay, we already know how to summon our dark power, and he actually fills it up for us here, but that's a little strange that they're called his skull gems, because if you break it down, a skull gem, wouldn't that technically be the brain? And like metalheads? It's like, okay, I'm sure there's some hidden agenda here. I mean, somebody probably didn't like Megadeth's new album. Wow, that guy, something fishy's going around here. And of course, he just completely ignores a jacking of a vehicle here right in front of his face. It's like, oh, it's not important. It didn't affect me personally. So I want to grab this one. You'll come to notice that the bigger vehicles will definitely be your friend, because the small, like, motorcycle-esque ones are absolutely horrible. I complained about this to Helen back in the first game when we had that entire level basically, revolving around that mechanic of having to drive around, but it was like the eco fields or whatever. You guys remember which one that one was? But it's so irritating to drive with small vehicles. God damn it. So here we're going to be getting our very first mission here. I forgot what they're called. They're like hunter missions or something, but our first one's going to be a race, and there are going to be several different challenges we're going to have to accomplish via these small little, I guess, these portal things. And let's go talk to it, shall we? Let's go see what this thing has to say. Oh my god. What? Okay, so that's Torn talking to us. It starts us off immediately. I probably should have gone on to the other one. Basically, we have to go through some rings, and this is so irritating because they give you this vehicle here. I guess I should have gotten on that other one. I should have just gotten off. But you have to go through this, and it's okay. If you fail, they actually give you a chance to restart immediately. They don't have to make you go back to that same place and then start over again. But I really like that, if you fail, it'll give you like this really depressing, like you guys are probably gonna hear right now. Come on, yes! Okay, we can still turn this around. Okay, so go through all these rings here. And this first one's not difficult. There are some dick-ass prick ones later on. You guys will see what I mean. Some that are just luck-based entirely. Some that you'll probably have to manually reset, like how they give us this stock vehicle right here. There's some where that will purposely screw you over when trying to beat that stupid mission. But I think once we do this one, hopefully on our first time here, please, for the love of God, let it be. Where's, okay, there it is. Please let us get this our first. That would be so lovely. I can never do this. That would be so lovely if I could just complete this in its entirety in the first time. Okay, so we can go on top of certain buildings. It's some buildings that you can go on. Good, we beat that one scot-free. Oh my god. Alright, so they gave us 3 precursor orbs for that, which is very nice. A couple more will be a little bit more difficult, and the 3 seems to be the magic number in this game, so just keep that in mind. We can head back and start going to where we need to go. Just talk to Torn. And judging by the length of this video, I'm guessing I'm probably not gonna. No! God, see, some buildings it will automatically raise you up on, others it won't. It's just completely random. You'll see yourself jump like 4 feet if you can. Let's jag this one. Yeah, shut up. There's he just fell on top of a Crimson Guard. He didn't even give a shit. Didn't even bat an eye. We're gonna go talk to Torn. I don't think we're gonna do that next part in this video because we'll probably just save that for the next one and just make that its own little firearms episode. Huh? I don't know.
The slum's water is back on. I'd love to see the heads roll when the Baron finds out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's losing lots of sleep over this armpit of the city. We've done what you've asked. Now when do we see the shadow?
When I say so. If I say so. But before I even think about it, I want you to take care of an ammo dump we've ID'd in the fortress. Lots of Crimson Guards, constant patrols. We know it's vulnerable, and the underground needs you to blow up all the ammo you find inside. Get all of it, and we'll deal a body blow to the Baron.
You're sending us in, tough guy. So what's with this we'll deal a body blow stuff?
That's fine. I want the Baron to know that it's me who's hurting him.